Hello, Jeff Faulkner here with another little update on the geography of the Book of Mormon. Now remember, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints takes no official position on this. But here we go with the geography. This is the region, Mesoamerica. And a handy tool that you can use to determine where the Nephites were and where their saga played out is something like this, a ruler. Now, how in the world would a ruler help you determine the location of the Nephites? Well, remember that Lehi's ship landed on the Pacific coast of Guatemala. Nephi led the people up and founded the city of Nephi. And then around 200 BC, Mosiah I was driven out of this Maya realm, Lamanite Maya realm, down into the Epi-Olmec realm. This was the Epi-Olmec region, and it ran on a diagonal. The Epi-Olmec region within the Book of Mormon region ran on a diagonal at about 45 degrees. The Nephites started out at the city of Nephi. They moved down and discovered the people of Zarahemla. These were Mulekites. They were part of the remnant people's effort to restore the glory that was the Olmec. So this became the Epi-Olmec, or the Isthmian civilization, trying to restore the glory that was Olmec. And the Jaredites were a major part of that. As you know from the Book of Mormon, the Jaredites destroyed their civilization in the Great Civil War at about 250 to 300 BC. And the remnant peoples were trying to restore that, kind of like the Germanic tribes were trying to restore the glory that was Rome. But here they were trying to restore the Olmec glory. It was the Epi-Olmec. So this is the where the Nephite saga played out, on a 45-degree angle from the city of Nephi to Bountiful. At the time of Christ, they were up here in the Isthmian region at the city Bountiful. Captain Moroni, if you remember, in 72 BC, he annexed the Chontalpa zone of the state of Tabasco, and he annexed the Soconusco. So, annexing the northeast quarter and the southwest quarter, the land of Nephi ran in a straight course from the East Sea to the west, the East Sea being the Gulf of Mexico being part of the East Sea. Now we go to a blow-up of this region. And you can see where the cities were and where it happened. There were three very important lines of defense, defensive lines that the Nephites set up, that help you understand this geography and help you understand the wars in the latter part of Alma and up through Helaman chapter 4. There was a defensive line up here in the northeast quarter, the Chontalpa zone, and over toward between the mouths of the two rivers, the Grijalva and the Usumacinta. This is the northeast quarter. Captain Moroni established a defensive line from the city of Ammonihah to Aaron to Nephihah to Moroni, to keep the Lamanite Mayans to the south and east. He established a defensive line from the city Manti to Zeezrom to Cumanai to Antipara to the city by the sea, again to keep the Lamanite Maya to the east. There was a defensive line established in the southern part of the isthmus, a line of defense from the southern part of the Coatzacoalcos floodplain through the narrow pass to the Pacific Ocean, where there were two large lagoons, Laguna Superior and Laguna Inferior. Now these were the three defensive lines. 1, 2, 3. These lines are very important in understanding the geography. That's on top of some other things that are very important. The upper Grijalva, or the River Sidon, the upper part of the river, was surrounded by mountains. It's in the central depression of Chiapas. But when the Nephites came down under King Mosiah I, discovered the Mulekites, they acquired all these peoples that were trying to rebuild the Olmec civilization. They became a major part of the Epi-Olmec. the new land of Nephi, or the Epi-Olmec. Remember, after Captain Moroni's annexes here and here, the new land of Nephi ran from the sea east to the west in a straight course. Thanks to Captain Moroni, he kind of straightened out that angle. So it ran from the east sea to the west. Remember, here's the city Bountiful up here in the northern part of the isthmus. This is where the Lord appeared to them and taught them at the temple after his resurrection, the Lord Jesus Christ. This is the land of Bountiful. Bountiful on the east part of the isthmus, Desolation, the west part of the isthmus. The two parts of the narrow neck of land, Desolation and Bountiful, Bountiful and Desolation. Two parts of the narrow neck of land. The narrow pass, Chivela Pass, the passage through the Sierra Madre, and the two lagoons where the sea is on the east and the west. Remember, Morianton led his people down here to try to get through the pass and follow the coast up to the Acapulco trailhead and up into Mexico City, which at that time was Jacobo Gath or Teotihuacan. But those are incidental. The important thing to remember for this video is there were three lines of defense. The northeast quarter, or theater of war, Ammonah, Aaron, Nephi, Moroni, and the southwest quarter, or theater of war, Manti, Zezrom, Kumenai, Antibar, City by the Sea. And finally, this fallback position, the last line of defense, in case the Lamanites had broken through these other two defensive lines. This was the last resort to hold them off at the isthmus, to protect the land northward as a place of refuge, which later did happen. And Captain Mormon had to lead the people down through the pass and up to Cumorah, where they got wiped out. There you have it. Thanks. See ya.